Don't mind me, just getting distracted. Hi, hello, welcome, greetings, hi, hello, howdy, hey, how are you all? Welcome, hi there. My name is Zine. Happy to have you all here. It is Tuesday. We've got some create happening here, and we'll have the boys joining us in a couple hours. Couple quick housekeeping things before we get too far into things. One is that we will be I'm probably going to start picking up a lot more of the sponsor streams. I know we've talked about that off and on, but can't really afford to pass them up and be overly choosy here. So might be some stuff like you might see more of the food delivery, which I mean, again, I like all of them. And I know many of you who are interested have already gotten them, but try some of that out. Might try some different games, that sort of thing. But because there's quite a few sponsorships that I kind of pass on just because I don't want to like overly commercialize. But unfortunately, we're at a point where we can't really afford to do that too much more. So another and additionally, I think we're going to. I know we were in the middle of a crowd control RimWorld. I don't know how much interest there is in going back to that. But I think we're going to do a couple crowd control things. There's crowd control Power World for a single player, and then there's also possibly trying like a all the mods 9 crowd control playthrough just by myself and seeing those out. I'd be curious to know which one you would prefer to see, and then but also kind of going down that and looking into that. Finally, it isn't. I haven't made it official yet, but I am considering moving Fridays off of the Jordan Collab, and going to 2 days a week there, and sounds crazy and awesome. It's fun, but trying some other things. So that's kind of the first start. The other thing that I noticed, and this is more tangential and ranty than anything. But you guys might remember a couple recordings ago, Jordan and I got into a little bit of a discussion about gaslighting and stuff like that, and kind of got under my skin a little bit because I know what gaslighting actually means, and it's one of those things that's difficult because I know that I want to talk about that term for a little bit. Not that there's any issue between Jordan and I. We've that's to the side and handled. But the term gaslighting has become much like OCD or triggered, where it is an actual thing, and it's a pretty terrible thing. And the oh my god, I'm so OCD type people have picked that up as you're gaslighting me with when there's just a disagreement, and gaslighting is not a disagreement. Gaslighting, the term is based around a movie where a husband is emotionally manipulative and causing his spouse to question her reality. He's turning down the lights and pretending that they're not being turned down and telling her that she's crazy for thinking it. And it's a long-term systemic abuse of someone to cause them to be emotionally insecure, to not trust themselves, and to instead further invest in their abuser. It's a terrible, terrible thing, and it's horrific to do to someone. Just because you're in a brief conversation with someone, even if you two have two different perceptions of the same thing, and so you're saying that's not what I thought or I interpreted or whatever, that isn't gaslighting. That's not an abuse amongst people. That is simply a miscommunication, misunderstanding. So I would really like to encourage those of you who might consider using that term, please, A, know what it is, and B, stop using it. Just like, just like you're not triggered by a block being out of place and it's triggering your OCD. Triggering is a terrible thing that happens to people with PTSD, where something sends them back into their traumatic environment and is, debilitating. And the same with OCD, which is, any psychologist can tell you is not a good fancy thing. Your desire to have order or things lined up or be the same is not a compulsive behavior that you cannot exist. And it feels like, in a way, people have taken, like we can't say we can't call each other by the names that have been, you know, whether it be a wokeness or just perhaps finding some humanity within ourselves, that we removed where we label labels that were previously applied to physical disability, but now it becomes misusing and diluting and diminishing those who have mental disability, and so please don't, you know, be someone who contributes to that. And you know, like it's just there were, I guess, again, it was like Jordan and I, that's handled, and I'm not relating or discussing that at all. But there were too many people in the comments for that were like, he was definitely gaslighting, and it's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And if you don't know what you're talking about, and this is an important thing. This is an important thing. If you don't know what you're talking about, I need to follow this. You should probably follow this. Everybody should try and follow this. Let's shut the fuck up and not pretend and just spread misinformation, right? If I don't know, then I'm going to say, to the best of my knowledge, X, or as far as I'm aware, or some sort of, I am uncertain, but I might even offer an idea. But do not speak authoritatively on things you are not an authority on. And it is a huge problem right now. And it's only going to continue to get worse. So I'm talking to nothing at the moment, and that it's, you know, nothing's going to improve from here. And but at any rate, it is what it is. So, as someone with actual OCD, it sucks. It's physically uncomfortable to step on cracks. I physically can't. Yeah, it's rough, and it is. That was what it wasn't. You know, anything with the disagreement that got under my skin, but it's the continuing misuse and like just again the adopting these terms and thinking that we know what we're talking about, and for completely benign or you know, I mean, people disagree, and it's not a gaslight if someone is saying I remember it differently or I feel differently. Like, that's not what that is. That's not formulating emotional abuse, right? So Cassie, thank you for 67 months. Nice to catch you as well. I haven't seen you for a good long while. Still love watching when I can. I appreciate that, and it's always good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Doc, it's good to see you. And as Suli said, harsh prefer. With you, we always worry. So, you wouldn't even talk about mental illness as an authority, and I've had training. I mean, you know, like, these are things that people deal with. Why do we need to bring mental illness terms into our daily, nonsensical, basic bitch life stuff? You know, like, they're different things. It's not to diminish that we have troubles and problems in daily life, but it's not it's not a disorder. So at any rate, it was I last night I responded to a few of the comments and then thought better of it and was like, I probably shouldn't get, you know, involved, and deleted them all early this morning. But it at the very least, for those of you who are here, I wanted to remind you that these are different things. These are complicated things, and they have no place in our normal interactions with friends or coworkers or any of those things. So at any rate, Pudding Demigod, thank you for 38 months. Defcon, thank you for the 66 months. The double up tier 2. Thank you so much, Defcon. And Silver Mist, thank you for the 26 months. I appreciate it. Hi, Weapon X. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Pretty Purple. Hi, Doc. Hi, Deltra. Hi, Lynn. And Jenna, Cassie, Crystal. Thanks, Crystal, for the 500 bits. Soft Lemur, also out here breaking my leg. Thank you for the 52 months, the ultra sub. I appreciate it very, very much. It wasn't last night, Kieran. It was a couple days ago, but still. Hi, Dutch. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Zarzith. Hi, Mermaid. So thank you guys for the little train. We made it past 1 this time. Nice. But yeah, so we'll be picking up some extra stuff. I'm going to, like, it's there's a lot to it, but it's like I feel like I've got to do some pivoting and some adjustments for like I don't know that just stay the course and keep your head down is working in terms of trying to ride through everything. And so I'm going to try and find a few more avenues of monetization, frankly, and try and keep, you know, the channel alive and going. Hi, Corbin. Chicken Bay, thank you for the 200 bits. Hi, Stav. How you doing? So, hi, Denny. How you doing? So anyway, inside, I did get this working. It was pretty straightforward. For some reason, they didn't have this one wasn't set up. No, this one. They didn't have projectile crush. I had to go and create that. So I don't know if it could have been working or if it would have hung up. I don't know what it was doing. I don't know where it was starting. I know that Jordan said on let's see, 14 more ancient debris overnight. Let's go. So yesterday there were 14 ancient debris, and then, you know, if we double that up, 28, and then I added mine. So now with the new setup, we are at 815. Okay. Snazzy Addy, thank you for the 22 months. As someone with depression, also, your willingness to speak about your own experiences means a lot, and I feel less lonely because of it. I'm glad. I mean, you know, I don't want you to have to feel lonely. I don't want you to have to feel alone, because you're not, you know. There's a lot of us, and for some reason, we've been taught to feel like we're not part of that, but we are, and it's okay. Crystal, thank you for 300 bits. Heard you mentioned to do a plush the other day, but you were thinking of the Burby. Have you thought about doing a Buffy? Yeah, I mean, everybody said, hey, what about Buffy? But I am not, in a way, yes, but no, in that I'm not thinking about doing it at all. I would have to sell at least 300 units, and I don't have the numbers to support that. Let's see. Go get that coin. I don't even know what that means, but still. Terrestrial Torvis, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate it. Sully with the 500 bits. Lisa with those 200 bits. You guys almost finishing up that hype train. Level 2. And Snazzy Addy, thank you for 22 months. Again, Crystal with the 300 bits. Just making sure I didn't miss anyone. Yeah, okay. Mooing Lemur. So anyway, this seems to be working well. I did see it at one point fail to drop. The dropper seems to have failed. So I don't know why that would be, other than, yeah, no, this is all, let's see. So let's check our chunks here. This chunk is loaded. This chunk is loaded. And this chunk is loaded. It should generally be okay. But yeah, the only thing that I saw was that at one point the crystal didn't drop. But otherwise, it's been working well. All I had to do was copy, or literally bring all of the pieces, you know, all the variable cards over, and then I took the main tile entity and loaded it off of this block reader instead of off of, you know, the one in the other thing, and it pretty much just worked. So not a whole lot of fiddling, not a whole lot of fighting. That's my name. Thank you for the 83 months, the double up tier 2. I appreciate it. That's my name. Trisha, thank you for the 1,000 bits. How we all doing? We're doing good. How are you? Jenna with the 100 bits as well. Thank you guys for pushing past level 2 into 3. And Mermaid, thank you for the 1,500 bits. Hold my biddies for me. They're so warm. Crystal, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate you taking the time to speak your mind. Too many times we use trendy or catchphrases, catchwords we hear without researching them. Yeah, Brian. I mean, again, it's... I realized that my response and everything was probably oversized for the situation, but it has to do with me understanding what it is that's actually out there, not not the popular usage, right? Crystal with the 5 gifted subs, going to Missile Pav 7, Funky Monkey 402, Schwarzenator 85, Mr. Malik, and the Llamalas, all from Union Peg. Thank you. Poland Khan, thank you for the 50 months, and Sophie Ray, thank you for the follow. Did I smartify this setup so it's not on timers anymore? Yes, Column Geek. It's using... So basically what we did... Basically what we did is we put a block reader up against... And that's what this is. It has a facade on it. But we put a block reader, you can see right there. A block reader up against this block, right? And it has a variable card that's tied to it that's loading the MBT data. That's this guy right here. This is the MBT data and updates automatically based off of whatever this is read. And then we added an entire program that takes this MBT data and hands it to... So basically, if we were to... Let's do this. Let's get some variable cards because the boys are going to want me to possibly show this as well. Maybe not. It's up to them. I mean, get that bag, get that coin. It was more the stuff in front of it that was like, huh, okay. But let's get some variable cards. And also some more cables. If I can. Apparently, I'm not making the integration dynamic stuff here, which is, I guess, fine. We just need to make some more. Thank you guys for the level 3 hype train, pushing it to 4, 29%. I appreciate it. All right, maybe these need to be radiant, not precision. Did these need to be radiant? Nope. Okay. There we go. If the same person gives more bits, does that work with Hype Train? Yes. The only thing that you need multiple people for is the starting of it. But one person can do a big old drop and push you several levels up if they want. Thank you for the 200 bits, Lisa. I almost said listen. I was like, that's not right. That's not right either. There we go. Okay, so I have variable cards. Cool. Kiri, thank you for gifting a sub to Cowicorn. Congratulations, Cowicorn. Kiri, thank you so much. 39% on that. Oh my goodness, there's Kilroy coming in. Kilroy, what up? I can't with this. There we go. So, Kilroy with the 20 gifted subs going to Aaron Lynn 82, Sabotage 92, Mist Runner, Lulu Biko, Chickabee, Evilol, Adam 5921, Adam GB9, Myth Gear 2808, Black Tides, Amy Anime 4, Blizzard Magic, Alex the Gated One, Sun Doesn't Know, Anxiety Guy, Flying Squid 63s, Double O Shag, Germ, Molecular Sage, and Ms. Karn, all from Kilroy. Kilroy, thank you so much. Pushing us through 4 into starting on the 5. Thank you, sir. So this is where it can kind of get bugged. I don't know if it's me being near it that picked it up, although I don't have a crystal on me, so that wouldn't be the case. So one potential improvement here is putting this guy here so things can't slip through it. But one potential input would be to have it so that the lack of NBT data goes on a timer, and that timer will try and dispense semi-regularly. But otherwise, as I was saying, we have a representation of NBT data on this variable card, right? So the way cards work is, at least in this case, is it's tied to the reader that it was reading from. Did I break it? Is he broken? What are you looking for that you're not happy with? 150. Oh, right there. I put the copy back in, not the real one. Okay, good. There you go. All right, now, and this NBT data is parsed actively from that. Now, this is an NBT extractor. It's another block. So if I put this here, you can actually see the NBT data that is part of the item, and you can see it's actually updating live as it happens. So the cooldown's going down. You can see the spells, and then as it casts the spell, it flicks it up. So this is live viewing. This card represents actively what we're dealing with. And using this extractor, you have a couple different modes. You can do like, let's leave it auto refresh on until I can get another one. Trish, I think 1,000 bits. Okay, so we'll turn off auto refresh. So this is a snapshot, but you can see the cooldown is 44. That means that 44 ticks have to go by before it will accept another spell. And then these are the spells, and it comes up with a list. If it's null, it means that spell's already been cast, and it's not waiting for it. So each one generates a new one. And you can actually set this to where it's either by default in reference mode, which means I'm just looking at it. But I can do operator mode, which means that it will give me I can put a variable card, and it will give me an operator variable card doing whatever it is I tell it to. So if I tell it, hey, I want to create just a tag list, which is a list type, out of whatever's inside this, then I can give it an operator to do so. And so we do. And the net result then becomes this extracted list. So this is actually not there. This is actually working off of that NBT and saying this is the list as it's currently in here. If I were to put refresh on here, I'd assume that should match. Null, intangible, freeze, firework. Yep. So this variable card is created via that operator, or the information on it is created via that operator to extract the NBT data from what it's reading right here in this block. And so now we have a list full of nulls. So once we do that, then the next thing we need to do is we need to do a couple different pieces to evaluate whether or not null is in there. And I have to basically do a bunch of integrated dynamic stuff, but it's jumping through a hoop to say ignore null is really what it comes down to. Is there's a lot of different things and operators, and does it contain it, and is it null? Does it should it not be null? Blah blah blah. And but ultimately you come down to the filtered list. Okay. Let's see. And these are copies. Yeah. So a filtered list is the same thing, only it removes the nulls from the whole thing. So instead of it where one is showing, in fact, let's go. This might be kind of interesting. It might be interesting. It might not be. But let's go take a look at this. Verkey, thank you for the 3 years. Short by 1 month. Tier 3, 35 months. Thank you so much, Verkey. I appreciate you very, very much greatly. 35 months, guys. Tier 3 Ultra Sub. Thank you very much. Furrigan with 1 year. Trisha with another 1,000 bits. And pushing us past level 5 into 6. And I did get the module ordered for the microphone today. So fixing that problem. Oopsie. Anyway, wait. Oh, display. I wanted another display. So I need a integrational machine. And then I know we have several of these, the static light panel. Yeah. So if we go back through, Sack Tax is your next series. Perfect, Rec Force. Yeah, we went through. I'm sure there's lots of wackies in along the way and improvements, Column Geek, but you gotta do what you can to just get it working, right? So if I have 2 display monitors, 1 and 2, I want that one showing there, and then I want to make a copy of this. So put you back. And put you there. So here you can see this is the NBT data extracted, and then this is our reparsed one, right? And then I should have. Do they have the system here? I don't think they do. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we've crossed dimensions with it. Yeah, you read the new monitor? Not yet. Last I checked, it was ordered, and when I looked at the tracking, it was tracking created but item not delivered. I haven't checked on it in 2 or 3 days since then. So let's see. I need another display then. That never works. Excuse me. So the next thing we do is now we have a list of different ones, and then oh my god, I'm an idiot. Why? I was like, that should be the last thing I need to display. Nope, I need to display one more. And I think this is the last one that I need to get. Either that or we're just going to do this back and forth for the next 2 hours until the other guys get here. Hi, Shu. Thank you, Granny. Lord Hufkin, thank you to follow. Boop and boop. Oh, I need to use the blacksmith table first. There we go. Okay, so this is the list, obviously. This is the parse list, removing nulls. And then this would be... The next step we have is we have this get index 0 from list. And I think this returns... So this is basically saying I have a list of items that get me the 0th one. The 0th being the very first item. So that should be whatever's at the top of the list. So I've taken the list and narrowed it down, and then parsed out the nulls, and then I have it grabbing the very first one and ignoring null, obviously. So when a new item gets placed, this should reflect to ultimately what next spell needs to cast. So as soon as this gets a spell, it casts that spell, and it waits, and then it turns on, and this turns on the redstone. The way that's how it casts that spell is it turns on the redstone. The casting only happens initially on the first hit, so it's just, the first one, it's basically a pulse on, but it just stays on until the next piece. So you can see it counting through there. And then finally, that's how we're figuring out what spell needs to cast out of the 5. That parses through all the different, which one should I be casting. It's all right there, and it just ticks them down. So that is the progress there. And then finally, we also have the cooldown, which is how long it needs to wait until the next one. Just like the rest, we pull that out. and we use an operator out of the MBT extractor to perform that operation on the on the MBT data, and then we take that and put that here, and then you can see this is the countdown. It's not going to cast the next one until that hits 0, and then it moves on. So it's waiting until it knows that it's ready to take the next spell, then cast the next spell. Each of these is configured with a redstone writer that has two conditions. One is that the list, the get index 0 list, matches its particular one. So this is cold snap. So it's checking to make sure it contains cold snap. And then it's also making sure that the cooldown is at 0. So until those conditions are true, it won't turn redstone on. Once those conditions are met, then the redstone signal gets on and it goes down the line. So you can literally watch the process happen right here until it breaks because I was picking stuff up, maybe? Hard to say. So let's keep it. It's been working this far, so I think just as I was pulling stuff out, it broke, but I can fix with my own. Here we go. All right, and that puts it back together. So there you go. This is what all's happening. It's waiting, getting a new one. New one gets dispensed, gets turned into a time crystal. Time crystal gets red. Spell gets cast. Gravity's next. Intangible now. Freeze now, etc. Perfect. By far, the majority of the time was spent extracting the nulls. And then also dealing with a logic problem where things would kind of work but wouldn't when this encountered a null. Because right now it was originally a get, but that would fail when the index when this didn't exist. So now it's a get or default, and the default null doesn't matter. So when it would fail, it would fail up until I looked at something, and then it would pick it back up because it would reinitialize the whole thing. But it would stop until I interacted with it. Now that it's not doing that anymore, it seems to just be continuing. So there you go. I think the countdown showing or the cooldown timer is kind of cool to see on there. And it definitely goes as fast. I mean, you really can't go much faster than it is already. Why they have 1, 2, 3, and then on the other side, four different drawers of for the ancient debris, I do not know, but they do. I'm pretty sure. I don't understand. I don't know what the what all that's about. I'm pretty sure this one is to basically saying they want to collect it via that, but they wanted to only collect these, so they're trying to use this as a filter, and then they're detecting the signal off of this with the comparator, and that's what's dropping the next one. So, but then they have it going into another drawer, which then just outputs 3 feet down to this drawer, which is where it actually queues up to be picked up. I think that's all that's happening. So were it me, I'd probably have this be a filtered chute, which is going to get you the same functionality without needing an entire drawer and everything like there, and into or onto a belt. You monitor the belt or you monitor the chute. You can see every time an item goes by, the belt then carries it over, and you just have the one drawer. That would be what I would do were it me. But it's not me, and it doesn't matter what I want to do. But this is, I believe, working quite a bit faster than it was previously. With the increased use on integrated dynamics, have you noticed a drop in frames? My solo run struggles with heavy ID usage. Not specifically, but that's because most of our frames are dropped via create. It really depends on whether you're having problems with frames via like rendering frames, like what create does, where it's just, you know, the more that happens, or if you're talking about TPS and that sort of thing. Integrated dynamics is going to hit TPS. It's not going to hit frames, right? But what you can do is and what I've been doing, I would expect they haven't because I haven't really thought about it, but what I've been doing is on these, like the exporters and the item pieces, I've been slowing them down quite a bit. So this runs, this only updates every 9 ticks instead of every 1. So that's literally 9 times slower than otherwise. And I go through 23. I mean, none of these need to, like, that's 20 ticks is 1 second. So none of these need to be that fast. It's not like it's critical, especially where they're moving, you know, large numbers. So if you go and you slow down your integration pieces, you're not going to notice any problem at all because, again, these are exporting by stack, right? Or thereabouts. You're not going to notice any at all, but this is taking literally 37 times less processing to run this than it would if I had that left that at default at 1. 37 times across multiple is not a small amount, right? And so you can slow down how much it looks. I mean, even if it's seven times, you know, you get 7 times performance straight up, boom. So that is a quick and easy way to have that to slow and improve that, and it doesn't need to be fast, you know. It really doesn't. There's no need for this to be critically fast, and especially where it'll move a stack at a time, you know. If I'm going through this once every, you know, like the fastest this could go through a stack is what, 20 seconds with these moving it pop 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 pop, you know, maybe 10 seconds. So that would be 10 seconds is 200 ticks. So if I set this to 100, I would probably still never notice an impact or the slowness of it, but I'm still using 1% of the previous required processing power, right? So you found belts to be a bigger problem? Belts are a huge problem. Belts and chutes are the way. Am I gonna set up that overworld for the supply of diamonds? Maybe. Check stack size. I haven't seen that one. I don't know where that is, but the diamonds, I'm not sure how required it is because we did get 900 out of the carbon. So we did get quite a few diamonds there. Speaking of which, I assume I need more lava over here. Actually, let's take our warp here. Oh my goodness. Thank you. So yeah, this is out of lava, but before it ran out, we got 1.3 thousand of it. Not bad. I mean, you know, 2 or 3 of those, and I think we're golden. Because that still doubles up as well in the smeltery. So and this will help with our Invar quite a bit. I don't know if there's a way. What if I... That's the puller. Do I have a pusher on me? I do. What direction is that? West? Doesn't look like that's working. The pullers and pushers definitely don't seem too happy about their slot numbers. But I wasn't sure if I could push items into the controller. Maybe can you add them via drain? I don't know whether the pusher's not working or if it's that looks like it's the pusher's not working, or if it's the interface I'm using. It's not pulling anything right now, Cody. There we go. She's as high as she goes. It only pushes one at a time? Well, I wasn't seeing even one going in, so... Yeah. All right, there's all that. That should be a fair amount of nickel. And then this should be full of larva. I'm sure there's a lot of things I could do. I wasn't willing to push that much harder to try. All right, so that's pulling it back in. Whoops. So generating diamonds in the overworld with obviously it'd be semi-easy, a little obnoxious, but semi-easy to recreate the integrated dynamics setup. But I'd have to set up a fruit smoothie farm and generation and everything like that too. So... But that leaves us with Invar being generatable. We had that going down here, right? Where did our Blocko Invar go? Oh, this is full. Why are you full? Probably because this is full on the bottom? No? Oh, do I not have any... I don't have any piping from A to B. It's kind of a tough pipe. Create doesn't handle this well. I would need to do... Not that. Not you. Let's see. So what's a... How do I pump this? I guess I could do right there. Yeah. Then I just have to get stress to it some magical way. I am so low on small cogs. I made a few more, but I've not had many. Okay, so if I swap it up there, put this here, turn this around, and then... Oh, that's easy enough. It's how convenient is that? All right, that should pump the slurry out. Now the question just becomes again, where is my Invar tank? Is it in here somewhere? Did I put it down? Where do I have the Invar tank? Don't remember. Maybe it's back at the smeltery. And this is just, this is stopped because the thing was full. Can I use integrated dynamic fluid tunnels? Possibly. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. So start this up. Because we've got nickels. All right, so that takes us back. The Invar is for machine frames, I believe. We needed crystallizers to make the time world thing. I mean, that's ultimately what we were trying to do, is we were trying to make the diamonds on demand. I don't know whether I should stick to that or move on from that. I don't suppose I can put a fluid connection to the smeltery controller and have that do things, can I? It's right here. It's the 297. I wish to know. Angry song. Okay, that connected. Good. And then if I do fluid, stay close to me. Interface. Can we see it on the display here for fluids? No. Okay. Net balls. Help! Let's see. We need this guy, and he ties into where? Where the hell did this tie to? It was right there. Where did the shaft go, though? Why do I have no shafts? Motherfucker! Where's my shit? All I got is all I've done. Bum, 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 bum. All right, there's that fixed. Now we have a couple errant items. Where's my booties? There they are. Stop me from getting pushed around. Trapped by these thoughts. You can have that. Give me that. You can have that. Is that all of them? Kind of looks like it. Not sure that's supposed to be there. There we go. Everything fixed. No problem, man.
Show me a time when all that we knew was in place and aligned. If we could decide that the path brought alone isn't there by design. In this
Resting angry face.
where our souls entwine, deceiving thoughts have nowhere to hide. Freeing up our minds, freeing us from lies. It's up to you to decide if we could.
Okay, so what's the best way to handle this, I suppose? We can just leave that there and just keep hauling, but I feel like we can get ID connected between these 2 points, and if we do that, then we can maybe simplify some things, you know? All right, so that fills up down there. Invar slurry goes out and around. This guy does not have enough pressure. Interesting. You should be building pressure off of this guy. He's there. He's just not running hot enough. So we need some speed upgrades there.
That the days laid ahead are the start of the climb. We can't rewind to a place where our walls separate and divide. In this paradigm where our souls entwine, deceiving thoughts have nowhere to hide. Freeing up our minds, freeing us from lies. It's up to you to decide.
Need to be careful not to overdo it. But we do need to get this at least above 4 pounds. Hi, Viper Queen. Panda 08 11 18, thank you for 53 months. Deltra with 59 months. Lynn with the 7 months. Thank you guys. Katana X8 and Tiny Skittle 14, thank you for the follows. Furian with the 1 year. Bobby G with the 38 months, the double up tier 2. Thank you so much, Bobby G. Thank you guys. I don't know what the difference between the omnidirectional and the monodirectional would be. The monodirectional seems to work both ways. So How does that? Is it like literally omnidirectional is just everywhere? Which block face is exposed to air? Oh, the bottom. It's not really that much of a problem, but you know. I like green. It is not. Oh, thought you were asking Viper. Blah, blah. Thought you were asking me, but you were asking Viper. Those are the words. All right, so this gets us to here. Now, it's a little tricky to maneuver in here, I'm not going to lie. This place has gotten just a bit tighter than your mom. So if I do an ID there, this is ID right here. So if I do that and then I put up an item importer, then I should be able to pull those into the system. Bum, 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 bum. Item there, and I want Invar Nuggies. There we go. So if I put an item importer here, set this to be like maybe not quite that bad. And import Invar Gods out of it. That'll pull those and automatically put them in the system. Do we have a 147? Do I hear 147? There we are. Ding. Yep. Okay, that's working. Your mom is so tight I won't even fit. Oh. Well, that's not uncommon for me to not fit with. But never mind. Okay, up to 154. Cool. So that's working. Ish. The question will become whether or not it's worth it to build the smelteries for the iron and the nickel. However, we do need apparently smelteries for diamond and gold. So we need a lot of grout. I don't know how much stuff we have for grout. Maybe a lot, maybe not that much. But we do need a lot of grout. Because we need to build 2 smelteries that are going to keep us with some molten diamond and some molten gold. Interesting to come into, much like your... Can I sear grout with bulk blasting? And is that the correct? Is it really 1 block to 1 brick? Is that really the conversion ratio? Holy shit, it is. I don't know what I thought it'd be, but I thought that a full block could be different. If I put it in a smelter, then I just have to pour it back out and deal with all that. Why would I want to do that? Might have better return, but even then, pouring it back out into stuff is obnoxious AF. It is. It's a 2-to-1 instead of 1-to-1. But damn, it's annoying. It's not block form, but it is 2-to-1. So 100% more, but still 50% less than a block. Instead of 25%. Percents, how do they work? This is the slowest way possible to do this. It is no. This is not the way. I wasn't sure with the mini smelter if it would hold enough. That'd be my own. That's my main drawback. I don't want a big one. But I also at the same time, like, I don't want to just be waiting on more to smelt out, right? I don't know if I can smelt faster than I can produce, but I suspect with a mini smelter I can produce faster than I can smelt. Ooh. You can output right away into a tank if you're worried about holding. I guess that's true. I'm just wondering about quantity of how many I can smelt at once, because it's only like 3 with the smelters, or with the melters, right? I guess we can, I guess we can try and, see how it does and then improve it as needed. What's it sit over? Is it, heater? Oh, a tank? Okay. So, and that's this guy twice. This is 56. Or a way to be right here. I don't want to be right here. Let's throw that fluid. Nope. We should put refined fuel on the network. Cool. Hi, Destiny. Ghost Bottle, thank you for the 37 months. Daniel, thank you for the follow. Cassandra Shea, thank you for the follow. This is 3/4. The song is called Nuke. Or are you talking about the last one? I'll have to try and remember to look. I was going to make some mono, but why don't we instead take these and actually connect this? $408 $901. There you go. And now we have fuel down here. I made melters twice. Good for me.
Behind this strange signal, there's an alien intelligence that knows.
So I need
This is your, like,
2 item exports.
Seems almost a message coming from space.
I need 2 fluid exports.
Come on, relax. You know that thing must be 100 years old.
If this is the one you were asking about, it's future frame by 3/4. And then 2 fluid interfaces. Do these use just a drain off of them, I think? I swear to God, I checked in my head and made sure I had variable cards, and it turns out I didn't. We also need to make 2 tanks. Small fluid tank. 1, 2, 3. God damn it. All right. Small fluid. Okay, there's 4 of those, and then medium fluid tank. Such a weird bug. Sometimes worky, sometimes not worky. Okay, there's those. Then I need drains. No, just faucets, I think. And then I feel like I'm forgetting something else. Variable cards. Fluid, refined fuel. 1 and 2. Item. Diamond. No, wait. Diamond. And gold. Okay. So this should be an item export for, I don't particularly care which. Gold. This should be an item export for diamond. This should be a fluid export for fuel. This should be an export for fuel. And then we need tanks on each side. And a faucet pouring into them. And then some way to get a redstone signal to those. Not quite where I wanted it to be. I want to be on top. Well, I want to be the one who's right on top of you. There we go. All right. And then we need our fluid interfaces to be there and there. So now in the network, we should have ourselves the molten diamond and molten gold. Okay, cool. So that brings us back to this area. All right, so now those we're making there, and then this was it's needed to export molten gold, but it's not. Shouldn't the molten gold be on this network? It is. Neither of those are exporting. This one's not set to. So that would make some sense. But the molten gold not exporting is potentially potential. Fluid. Gold is there, it's just a visual thing? I don't think so, because it's not running. But I can take a look. All right, molten diamond. Oh, I don't have an export on that. Okay. Doesn't show us having any fluid in it, so that still doesn't bode well. But let's see what we got on our chutes, our funnels. We need a cutting. Yeah, this guy. Stone cutter. It's like a scone cutter, but for stone instead of scones. Let us see. Well, now everything's confusing. None of this seems right. This should absolutely export just fine. What's up, Joe? Okay, good. No, wait. Yeah, all right. Man, that was wacky, but yeah, rendering issues. What the fuck is with the rendering on this shit? What is it, F3T? Well, this is fun. I think it's working. I just can't see it working. But it's weird that it's not working, showing as working on any of these. Like, what the hell is going on? Well, regardless, I guess, we're getting the printed diamond stuff. We should have been. What are they called? Printed engineering circuit. These things seem buggy as shit. I don't know if this is I don't know where the bug is there, but damn, that's wacky. Regardless, okay, so those all worked. Now I put them and smash them all together for PCB blueprints. One, two, three, boom. One, two, three, boom. Pull out my rubbers here. Slide that on. And then I've got to slam it here, it looks like. Just a triple slam. Sucks is I have to have this run slightly differently, but c'est la vie. This should be a... Actually... How was I passing between these? Just right here. I can do there for maximum wastefulness. And that should be everything we need to smash. Oh, but wait. Hold on. Hold up. For the PCB stuff, I didn't need a seed item, did I? Oh, I did. Empty schematic. Okay. Which I don't think I'm making, so we'll need to figure that out. Boom, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom. No. And me grabbing one drawer instead of two. Okay. It uses deploy, not smashy. No, but I like the smashies. But you're right, that makes much more sense. Do I have tree deployers? I don't think so. And I also need 3 item exports. I need more output variable. Item exports. Okay, there's those 3, and then I need deployers. Pokey, pokey, pokey. First one is Aqua Gold Cyan. Aqua being printed. Okay. Now slow these down. Now we just need the schematics, which are going to export into here. And then, obviously, a integration there. For an interface. I have one. Don't know how to get more of those yet, but we'll figure that out here in a moment. Item exporter. And item interface. Good. That's exactly what I wanted. Item. Empty schematic. Item. Empty schematic. Variable. There we go. All right. So now I just need to, put some in the system. Then. Do I plan on watching the Super Bowl coming up? I don't have a ton of plans for it, no. Having moved out here to be with friends, I shall now hermit. It is what I do. As an antisocial person, I'm not good with the social. Just have the downgrade. Yep, okay. Good. All right, so that gives us PCBs. New chapters unlocked. Oh. Shouldn't this have just ticked? Oh. I don't think I have empty schematic right here. Is empty schematic going to be very difficult to make? I suspect it's going to be horrifically difficult. This is somewhat what I suspected. How can I manufacture blue dye effectively? Excuse me. Yeah. I come undone. All I said is all I've done. So I should find. Can I make more blorkids with a phyto? Use a phyto for blorkid. And then centrifuge. Don't suppose we have any of this stuff conveniently lying around somewhere. A lot of allium. A lot of allium. Oh, that was source. I was like, what was that right near the Starbuncle? But I think that's source stuff. Not much in the way of blue out there, is there? Can source be dyed too? I mean, it wasn't listed in there. So I'm going to go with nay. Man, that mechanical squeezer is crazy productive. They really want to encourage you to use it for some reason. They're like, yeah, but no, but the mechanical squeezer, you don't understand. You can squeeze things. I don't know if there's anything. Yeah, I don't think it exists up here. If you're in chat and you're about to puke, I'm sorry. I guess also if you're just watching the video and you're about to puke, I'm sorry. It says winter, so maybe going over towards some of these snowy areas to the south. Funky looking over here. What was that? Oh, it's just one of the... There's some cornflowers. I think the other ones might be better, but we can get a couple of these to start with. Nothing we didn't already know. Maybe the cornflowers aren't, like, I haven't seen cornflowers in that at all. But again, the name of it is winter something or other, so maybe it's... What are you? Are you just more cornflowers? Fly a little west here. Saw roses. I saw poppies. Not a huge fan of the whole go find this one specific random ass flower. You gotta do what you gotta do, but definitely not my favorite thing to do. I'm not seeing it in here. There's some white flowers. What are those? Is that what I'm looking for? Might be what I'm looking for. Then again, maybe not. I can work with blorchids. But they're not the mass-producing ones that I'm looking for. Bamboo. Gonna be honest, the roll is just for funsies. Nothing popping out yet, is it? Pull up. Tree. There might be some solution on the nature's compass. I'm guessing that there's no way for me to figure out what biome this spawns in. I mean, it's biomes aplenty, so it's in random ass biome number 8,063. As biomes aplenty do. I wouldn't expect it to be in Mesa. I don't trust the biomes of plenty stuff will spawn with bone meal. As far as I'm aware, I usually only see vanilla plants with bone mealing grass. More cornflower. Nope, nothing in there. Cornflower. Ooh, that one made me feel a little funny. Cornflower. Cornflower. Much deserved? What do you mean? What's wrong? Woo. We've gotten pretty, I mean, you know, if you ignore all the times that we've died, I feel like in general, we've gotten pretty good at this mod. What is this over here? I think those are source gems. Tree. Mystic Grove or Tropics? Where the fuck even are we? Okay. Weeping Angel, thank you for the 47 months. So when can we tell Zine he can mass produce light blue dye with his orchids? Well, I know I can use the orchids for it, but there's ones that give, or at least appear to give, higher production counts. It's 8 o'clock and I'm the only one here. Pete's on and voice at least. Okay, so that gives me the winners too, Leo. That's the two in the green. The blue orchid, I guess, does work for two and through a grinder. Ah, here we are. Okay, so I can use that one for two. The hydrangea's more of like the best. So the blue hydrangea is the best option, assuming that we haven't stumbled across one. Dane! Dane, go Dane. You good, Buff? So, Dane, go Dane, it's true. Mystic Grove and Tropics for the hydrangea. Wonder how many wandering traders had it on offer? 0, because they don't spawn. Sparkles is going to be late. He's busy doing his Lethal Company anyway. pacitator. And then this was an andesite. Yeah. And it goes with... It's paper and the dye, right? Yeah. Do we have paper in the generating the system? Because we kind of do. We have 2,000, so I think so. I think the paper is integrated right here. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So now we just need to grow ourselves some blue orchids. And then... I wonder. Anyway. And it needs water, doesn't it? Hello, I'm an idiot. Blue orchids. And then... Meinst du nicht? Einen kleiner Nocturne-Musik. Touch. Water. Sorry. Glug, 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 glug. I guess I can use one of these. Speed that puppy up. And then probably just a couple oxes. Oh, there's a
sorry for lateness.
there's a thing you change to keep the item in it, right? Hello.
Hello.
Let's see, thermal. What are they called? public. Yeah.
All right. I look forward to hearing about how Zine has saved the day.
I've done nothing of the sort.
I look forward to the masterclass.
I just work here.
Who's paying you?
Hmm?
Who's paying you?
Not many, that's for sure. All right. So, are you guys on? Everyone ready? Everyone good?
Yeah.
All right.
good.
I am good whenever.
That's mine.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Create Arcane Engineering, brought to you by our wonderful server hosting sponsor, Apex Hosting. If you're in the market for grabbing a Minecraft server or even a Pal World server at 25% off your first month, check them out via the links in the description of the stream of the YouTube video or use our codes, and you can get that discount. So, pretty slick. Thanks to them for sponsoring. How's it going?
Going all right.
I
How
heard
are you?
You've done some workies since last time.
Yeah, I just barely finished making a Fido grow, and I went and found some blue orchids, so I've got that growing, which is nice.
Okay.
What's
Cool,
this liquid
but,
in the Tinker's tank here?
What Tinker's what now? Oh yeah,
Molten nickel.
I went and found a vein for
Nickel
that
vein?
drill, and I for nickel, and so I drilled up some nickel, and that's the nickel that I drilled up. So
The rumor has it you've NBT'd some things.
oh, I figured out the MBT problem. Yeah.
Rumor
Yeah.
has it.
That's okay.
Did you want to know more?
Yeah,
Oh,
it might be good.
Oh,
Might be good
okay.
to know more.
All right, sure. Yeah.
I
So
wasn't planning on showing it to us if I hadn't really pushed here.
uh,
All right. Oh,
come on through here.
Oh, 959 debris.
959. Oh, it must have broken again.
Oh, it must have broken. He
Yep, it did.
says.
Sorry,
Well,
we're
it
getting
gets about
excited.
100 every 10 minutes. So,
Oh wow.
but the
10?
time capsule dispenser isn't terribly reliable, so it keeps breaking. So,
Why is it not reliable?
I don't know. So basically, here's the basic rundown: is I have a block reader pointing at that block, right? You get a variable card,
yes.
and you look at the and in the block reader you can find various things. One of which is the block's NBT. So you take that block NBT and you assign it to a variable card. Then you can come over to the NBT extractor and you can actually put it in and see what's on that particular NBT. So if we were to take this guy and say put it here, then
What the frick?
it's empty right now because there's nothing there because the thing broke again. But now there should be. You can see that there's MBT in there that shows what's all in the block, and this should update basically in real time as necessary. So you can see that there's a note for remaining spells. You can see the cooldown and then forge caps, etc. Right? Everyone there?
Yep.
Yes.
Hex, gravity, intangible.
Yep. So that's pretty easy. So then the other thing about the MBT extractor is up in the top right, you can change its output mode to where right now it's in reference, which basically means we're just looking at it. But if I put it into operator mode, I can assign, like I can click on remaining spells and click on, put a variable in there in operator mode, and it will give me an operator to extract that node of MBT data into it as an output. So I do that, and then that creates a list that then looks like once everything gets back to I put the wrong thing in. It's fine. Everything's fine. That looks like this. So this list, this first display is using that operator to pull the data off. And every time one of the spells casts, it turns it to null. So we have, as it goes through, they all turn to null. And then it's done. Off it goes, right? No big deal.
And it just turned into, wait, I haven't seen it fully. Oh, there it is. Huh.
And then, like I said, the dispenser's been a little iffy, and it seems to still be iffy. I don't know why the dispenser's not dispensing. I haven't really troubleshot it, other than that time I picked it up myself. But when that works, so the next thing we got to do is we got to strip the nulls out. It took a fair amount of logic to pull the nulls and ignore them. So this is a converted list using operators to ignore anything that's null on the side of there. And then from the list that's now ignoring nulls, I then take the first index 0 and assign that so that I convert it from a list into a specific string, and that's what the third one is. So why is it we should really figure out why this isn't working. But
so the one that you keep flipping is not the one that is supposed to be triggering.
Well, I'm just pushing the button. I'm not flipping or changing anything. I'm just saying just do it by manual.
It's supposed to be that the ancient debris gets absorbed into here.
Yeah, the comparator recognizes when it goes by, and
this hopper will send out a signal. I don't know why it wouldn't be doing it unless
I just saw the signal go through it, but this ticked and it didn't actually send anything.
That's bizarre.
So I'm not sure.
Is it that does the top not actually input a signal? Oh
well,
no, but you had it automated.
It's been working for a while, yeah. So that would be the first thing I would do is I would put I would move that to a pulse repeater, but assuming we can get it to start up, the third display then shows
Oh no, a block got broken out of the bottom. I think there's a block broken underneath. It's like the ancient debris is actually Well, there's your problem.
What the? Why did that happen? I didn't place any of these here. None of these were here a minute ago.
Well, there's your problem.
There's your problem right there.
I'm gonna blame this on the excursion Jordan and I had, where I was elytring into one block gaps trying to find good angles.
No, because if it was working, that wasn't there. Something broke it, I guess.
Maybe I somehow broke the wrong thing. I don't know. So in that case, you can come back here and you can see that on this third display, that is me taking the top index of the filtered list. So when there is a list, when it's converting and building, see if it will work properly now. Waiting. Dispensing, filling, and survey says, no, of course not. So third one, that's the extracted top index 0, and then the fourth one is the cooldown. And so it will only send the redstone to the corresponding reader that matches freeze, and the cooldown is 0, and then it just fires it off, and it just keeps it going and keeps it going. And there's no timing or anything. It just says, all right, it's ready, and off it goes. So we solved the dropper problem. I hear it ticking, but I don't see a piece in there.
Did it break again? No, it didn't break again.
Oh, I think because the pile was still down there, I think the pile was absorbing the entity.
Oh.
So I've now removed that.
Yep. Okay.
So,
classic Minecraft server item stuff.
Yeah.
This is I never in a million years would have figured this out ever. This would have been like 100 streams. Still would have been here being like, one day I'm gonna figure out the NBT thing. I don't know how you did it.
We just walked you through.
We had readable screens in this game.
Nope, still not working.
Oh my god.
Of all the things, like we have the MBT parsing and all that working fine. It's just we can't get a dropper to work.
It's the simpler things, right?
It really is. We're just staring. We're like, wait, it should be working.
So
I see those drop. Those were there, and then it fills up, but it's not converting. I literally saw them in there.
I think what's happening is that the source needs to be there first. So it's like we just need a delay on this, perhaps, and then once the source is in there, then when it deploys, it should convert. So maybe we just need a little delay before it sends it into the redstone link.
Say no more. I can add a repeater, a create repeater with delay, and it'll be just. In fact, we have quite a few spares right now.
A few of them.
If you think about it, we have several that we were not using at the moment.
How many ancient debris is this supposed to generate at once?
3, I believe, isn't it?
Oh, it does 3 at a time?
It is intentional 3? Okay.
Oh.
I don't know if it's intentional, but that's what it's looked like, you know?
Okay, because I was just wondering, because I'm like, is it taking the source crystals that were like in the liquid before the liquid got placed and like combining them? So when it
that
succeeds,
could
like,
be, in which
all
case
of
you
it?
just drop a stack and have a good day. That could be.
So yeah, like 64 at once at that point.
I doubt it.
So that receiving, and we need a little bit of blue.
I have a blue. I have it. There you go.
There you go. And then now, because we don't have a button, we put that there. Okay, so now it's on a
hopefully
5-second
this'll work.
delay. Hopefully we don't slow it down too much.
Why is there another crystal in there? What the heck?
It tends to drop a couple, it seems.
Why would the dispenser do this?
I don't know what's that whole portion I haven't worked at all on.
Oh, I know why. Wait, it looked like
Yep, that worked.
Okay, I know why. It's because there is three. There's three debris. I made it thinking there'd be one, so it just quickly passed through, but it's holding the signal longer because there's three in there. So that's what it is. However, I believe this thing here, the pulse repeater, only does a pulse.
It does.
So even if so even if this holds for a bit, it should take care of the problem. Okay.
So there and boop.
Yep. All right. Cool. It still dispensed a couple, but whatever.
Doesn't really matter, right?
At any
I
rate,
know,
so
it
you
doesn't
can sit here and watch it all kind of parse down as it goes. But yeah, it just basically this way it's literally looking at it, the block saying when is it ready, and so again when each one of the spell projectors has a redstone writer to it, and it's looking for a match in the system that says that index 0, the label, and cooldown equals 0, then turn on the redstone signal, and that sends off the spell. It did look like, or at least when I came, the crush turret wasn't set up right, so it didn't have a spell in it. All the other ones were there, but so I had to set that one. I don't know what was wrong there, but at any rate, yeah, it seems when it's running right to manufacture. I was like, when I checked it at the beginning, it was like 800, and then by the time I kind of finished explaining to chat initially, it was around 910. So that's why I was like, oh, it probably stopped again. So yeah, it produces fairly well.
This is that.
So-
This is wild. This is like
Incredible.
actual. You have actually just coded.
It's a program. Oh yeah, 100%. Like I'm having like part of we got it initially working, and I've always said this, in programming about 5% of your time is making the program do what you want, and about 95% of the time making sure it doesn't do what you don't want. So we had it working in about an hour.
Is that a quote? Because if
That's
not,
my
like-
quote. That's what I
No,
tell
I mean
people.
like
sounds like a
okay,
quote.
that's your quote.
Yeah,
'Cause that
that's-
sounds like something like someone who the founder of Google said. Or
I'm
something
I'm
like
sure
that.
some smarter people probably said it first, but that's just what I've always said and told my developers and
Okay.
stuff. Because it's really
The
easy.
developer of Google.
It's really easy to make a program do the initial thing when you have every variable controlled. It's really difficult to make it do the right things when all the variables are changing and moving around. So yeah, it was about 90 minutes to get to figure out integrated dynamics and how it's trying to implement it, because it's literally implementing a programming language via variable blocks and operators and crazy stuff. How it wanted me to formulate it, and then another 90 minutes to kind of troubleshoot out all the different fail states that would make it act weird, that I had to like use the displays and break down and say what's happening here. Like for a while, if the we had the get index by 0, but in certain instances, like right now, that returns as nothing. It fails because there isn't an index to look at. So that would make all the redstone writers stop, but the MBT reading and everything like that would continue. So it's like one half of it would suddenly stop working and the other half would keep going. And then if I'd click it, then it'd all update. It was just, it got confusing, and I just had to find where's the error state and then handle that. So now I have it literally doing get 0 or put type null. I could have it type smile instead of null if I wanted it to, but regardless, it is it's just a programming. It's just a different, a very obnoxious programming language program.
I just want to know if the guy who made this mod pack thought, like, did he envision that everybody was gonna do this, or did he envision that most people were gonna do what Pete and I were doing? And even though, like, because you have these set up in this, you didn't move the position. They're still in the same position. So clearly, like, where we had them,
Yeah.
it would have worked, but it just didn't seem to be doing anything. It would go around cycle after cycle after cycle, and it wouldn't push the evolution forward. I'm like, why would it do that?
It could have been that you had one that had crush and crush wasn't set right.
Oh God.
Because that definitely was something that I had to fix. But otherwise, I don't know. I think you guys were creating a timeout state, and maybe the next one would go off, but the timing wasn't right. I have no idea why it wasn't. But this seems to solve for most of that. I didn't initially have all the displays.
Thing ever.
I didn't initially have all the displays and stuff, but then I was like, it'd be kind of neat to be able to visualize that a little bit. So
Yeah, actually get some kind of feedback on this thing.
yeah.
That was the most difficult thing when we were setting it up, was like, we don't know if it's working or not. Nothing's telling us anything.
I had a point where I don't know, like I had broken the seed a little bit or something, but it kept giving me the same 4 first spells and a different last one, and so I'm like swearing to God that it's broken, because it's like, why would I keep getting hex, grow, blah, you know what I mean? And I just after a minute it finally changed, and as far as I could tell, it was just seeding it poorly, and they were just getting nearly the same spells. But I was like, this does not feel like it's working right. Give me something different and that changes. So anyway, but this seems to be working fairly well and producing the ancient debris for you.
Incredible job, man.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive.
So moving forward, it's looking like a little Hephaestus Forge time.
I gotta complete the Netherite production, which is why I just went back into the overworld to do some stoof. But it should be a lot easier. Should be a lot easier now.
Someone was saying that you're still using the smelting furnaces for the ancient debris to Netherite. Is that
no? I have not. I've not set up any of this.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the mechanical squeezer is definitely the way to go there.
Yeah. I'm totally happy to do it. And that's why I was asking where it was. Like all I did was I started setting up gold generation. I haven't done anything else. So
speaking of which,
I mean, hey, if we can get Netherite cranking today, that would be a success.
Great success.
Where are you at on your thing, Zine?
I got the melters set up for the printed calculation, the printed logic, and the printed engineering. All of that's producing, so I have PCB blueprints now. But right now, of all the silly things, I'm trying to get the die pieces put together, and so so that I can make empty schematics. So I'm backing up a little, but the harder pieces are actually done. I just need to get a consistent supply of light blue dye.
Okay. It seems like of all the things that we've done so far here, light blue dye probably is an easier one.
I mean, I had to fly around for a minute and find a blue orchid, but I got them, and so we're good to go.
Dang. That's so cool.
So
All
sorry
right.
to
Well, I am gonna
step in the middle of your timing setups and everything like that. It was just
no, because there's no world in which I think either of us were ever figuring that out.
The timing setups that didn't work.
Yeah. Our really, really cool, just little 8-second thing.
You're doing yeah. I just wanted to let you build it and didn't want to inject, but it seemed like that would be a little bit more productive in the end.
I think it was time to inject.
Okay.
Inject straight into our veins. Are you winning, sons? No. If you'd come in there and asked if we were winning, Father, we would have said no. So thank you for helping us win.
All right.
Thanks, Dad.
So we now have ancient debris in the system. How exciting. God, I love monodirectionals.
I noticed that. I took a couple of yours down and replaced them with basic cables.
Oh my god!
Well, at one point, like in the nether area, you had a monodirectional for two blocks, and it costs 6 cables to cross those 2 blocks plus the variable things where it's 2 cables to cross the 2 blocks. So I took those down and put the cable in, and it was just it seemed like this might, and I could use I had use for the mono in other places. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah, okay, whatever, it's fine.
As long as
I'm not working on the induction smelter and all that jazz.
I can do. So let's see. Netherite. What is our best way? Actually, we need the scrap first, I suppose. So is. Oh, wait. So. Oh, yeah, wait. We don't need to use the. Wait, does the mechanical squeezer triple it? Or does it just double it? Because the induction smelter just easy doubles.
It only doubles.
I think it doubles with a little extra sometimes, if I recall. But whatever you prefer.
Well, no, I mean, if. No, mechanical squeezer only does one with a 75% chance of a second, whereas the induction smelter is guaranteed.
Oh, induction smelter. Yeah, I didn't look at induction.
okay.
I looked at the smeltery. So yeah, that might be the way to go then.
Induction smelter is definitely.
Looking like it.
Well, yes. Okay.
And in terms of auto crafting, is it looking just like a mechanical crafter for matches, or
Typically.
Probably, yeah. I think that's the easiest way to do it. I guess we're gonna need another whatchamacallit, an alternator.
You need a compactator and andesite machine.
Yeah.
oh, shapeless crafting? You can just throw it into a basin. Sweet.
What's this?
I mean, for combining the netherite scrap and gold ingots into netherite, you can just throw it into a mixer in a basin.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's easy. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So we just need to turn. Do we need slag for anything? Probably not. Probably not, if I had to guess.
I would really like to see if it takes more than that, but it seems to be working.
Little phyto grow.
Little phyto action.
I think we are going to need more monodirectional dongers. I'm going to make a couple.
So the other ones were?
Manualin isn't super useful, right?
Not
Just
terribly.
for weapons, really.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to think of what other uses we would need the netherite scrap for.
It's just expensive. In order to make manulin, you have to use the refined fuel instead of lava in the smeltery.
So we need to export our ancient debris into a drawer over there. And then beyond that, I just start combining it. Okay, so it's going to go into the induction smelter. So the gold is going to export from there, and it's going to go... I should actually do this, because it's not generating more. All right, so the gold...
I suspect
is
I'm going to need to
combine-
find
that'll just go direct into a mixer.
a silver vein if I'm going to be needing
debris, and so
signalum.
all we need to do is debris into induction smelter into mixer with the gold, so we can kind of do everything like right over here pretty easily, I think. Yeah, so where do we want this to? All right, we gotta bring the monodirectionals over to here.
We
So are
need
you
more
aiming to just
stone.
convert all of the ancient or netherite scrap into netherite?
I think so. I was asking Zine and you, like, is there anything else that we need ancient debris for other than netherite? And I think the answer is no. So we can just...
The only other thing that I'm seeing is spawner core shells for pneumatic craft. How many of those do we think we're gonna need?
Spawner core.
Bum, 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 bum,
Outside of
bum,
that, it's not
bum.
used for anything, but I know we're tackling pneumatic craft like now.
Oh. Huh. Spawner core. It does seem like something we're probably gonna do. I'm guessing.
So we might need a little splitter to maybe only convert half of the ancient. Or
We
netherite
could,
scrap.
yeah, we could do that. I mean, yeah, we could do that. Might not be the worst idea. Might not be the worst idea.
Come on, baby, cook. Cook, darling, cook. There we are. Fire! I'm on fire, 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 I'm on fire. Okay, I'm not on fire. Alright, so here's these, and I need a smelter. What is what blast furnace?
I don't know that we're gonna need half, but I guess we can always just manually add some if it runs low, but we are getting a lot of debris.
Yeah. What was he saying?
that-
It's like 900 every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No, it was about a 110 minutes, but still.
Oh, okay.
It's still pretty good. What have you found to be the easiest way to just like split items in half in this pack so far? If you wanted to divide a stack of or like a certain item into two different storage
Just a
systems?
tunnel.
Tunnel? Okay.
Tunnel. Yeah, I mean, what we'll do is we'll have the... What we... Do you want to... No, I guess we'll split it up here because I already added the thing to the drawer. So... Yeah. I mean, here... Okay, the problem we're going to be facing is that any and all... anything that's in the system, ancient debris-wise, is going to get exported. So... But I think we're generating ancient debris quicker probably than we're using using netherite and making stellas. So I think we'll eventually have a surplus. But if you want, I would just say take out some ancient debris right now, put it in a chest, and just keep it there.
Sure.
That's probably the better way to do it.
What are my options for RF cables in this, I wonder, if any? Not seeing much in the way of cable. Not seeing much in the way of conduit. I'd assume probably not pipe. I don't know if Integrated Dynamics has RF cabling, or if Logic Cable carries RF. I wouldn't think so. Batteries. We have an energy battery for Integrated Dynamics. Acceptor, the energy cells. Item cells. Oh. Okay. So there's an energy, and that means that I can do a battery, a brass, and a capacitator. Capacitator, there you are. And brass machine, which I probably have some in my backpack. So if I do you and you, that gives me the accumulator. And then the battery is an integration and an accumulator. And then there's that. And then energy interface. Yeah. Well, that requires a battery to make. Oh, that's pricey. Then those are not cheap. I mean, they're not outrageous, but they're not cheap. Need to get some more of the integrational mechanisms we've built. already swirling down into Signalum in order to make... I don't even remember what I needed Signalum for, but I'll just assume that I had some point at some point. Integration. I need one of thems. We needed a capacitator, another capacitator, and then we needed a brass machine. Brass. This kicks brass. There you are. And then turn this into an accumulator and turn this into a battery. So now I have a battery and an energy interface. We have an accumulator already running down here. But man, if I'm gonna have to make those every time I because I really don't want to... Oh, it's to get my cyclic thing. I really don't want to have to... build one of these pretty much anytime something runs off power. That's no fun. What if I move you... You're still getting power, but now this is problematic. I can do that. Set. Where did the... Hold on, mate. There it is. I was like, where did my pump go? Where did me pump go? Chances of this lining up properly... worked. Okay, well, are perfect. No problem. No complaints. This goes here. Boop. And this goes here. Spin me right around, baby. Now you've got water again. You can grow more of these in the meantime. Excuse me. Sorry. And we also have this getting power into it. So now I can logic over eventually when I can place things in the right spot. And get some more cable. Swear to God, I've made several... Look, I was like, I swear to God, I made a stack of it. I did. Yep, good. Good clicking. Only the best clicking here, guys. I can't really put that there because that causes problems. Are these on the same level? They are. Because that's where I insert into that, though. So that's a little issue. Let's bring it out this way instead, so that way I'm not covering Madongus. Don't want to get Madongus covered. There we are. Break. 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 Do, 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 do. I'm going to lose Madongus down to the grinding. Okay, kept it. Mine! My dongus! No touchy. Alright, so now we should have RF on the network. Or FE available there. And this is not getting power out of the battery. Does the battery not output? It feels like the battery should output somehow. But it is not. In fact, does that mean that I need to... Do I need to do an energy export for every machine? Because that sucks. I need... There's got to be some sort of RF freaking cable in here. I don't know what it is, though. Thermal usually has cables if they have that out on, right? Damn it! Wires. There's a copper wire. Barbed wire. Not quite what I'm going for here. Let's see. Let's do... Get out of there. Electrum wire. What are you used to make? An electrum spool? I don't think this is it. I'm sad. I don't. There's got to be some sort of thingy thongy in here, but God help me if I can figure out where. Surely he's talked about power. He hasn't talked about power. There's been no mention of power. We are unpowered. Try adding energy battery with more storage. Crystallize with the green corundum. All right. Well, I'll get back to that distraction at a later date. In the meantime, is it a wrench situation? Ow. Well, that wasn't quite what I wanted. Auto supply disabled. I don't know. Placing crafting grid with other energy batteries to increase capacity. Shift plus right click to auto supply. Shift plus right click. I don't know what that means. Shift plus right click. Okay. Now does that mean that it's giving the power? Nope. Sure ain't. Shift right click. Not a darn thing. Got a million FE and a dream. Also, there's like a whole lot of Wayla text when I break this that's weirding me out. Maybe this is the problem? Are you the problem? Configuration. No, I don't think there's a configuration for energy input. Nuts. Energy importer. I don't want to import. I want to export. Yeah. So, again, these energy interfaces are expensive AF, and this isn't working. What do you mean this isn't working? Export energy. Yes. True. Correct. Do I hit Boolean? Yes. Why make me give you a variable card of Boolean yes when you could easily have this be a check mark or something, and then I wouldn't have to. It's fine. Boolean. Look, even has the X right here. Also, this is very unclear on whether that's yes or no. I'm just gonna say Boolean true. Okay, good. Yes, export energy. Ta-da! That was dumb. Okay, back to ow. Okay, all right. Let's stop grinding on me for a minute. You guys don't know of energy cables, do you?
I am unaware.
So the only way so far that I've found to move energy around is via integrated dynamics, but it's not the cheapest methodology, and so I was trying to find some better, because it's like you have to build literally an export, an energy export for every machine you want to power, and then wire it up. And anyway, I just wasn't sure if anyone had any ideas. So.
I am not aware of them.
Plus, I missed everyone and was like, "Hey, I'm here."
I know, we were just single playering it up, weren't we?
It happens,
It does.
and that's okay. Okay.
Cool. Back to our regularly scheduled.
Anyway, you
single-player
go to your
season.
corner. You go to your corner, and I'll be over here.
Sounds good.
Every couple hours.
Be home in time for dinner. So
It's nice to speak with you guys and stuff.
Nice too. I like these moments.
I do too. I always get really excited when someone has a thing to bring up to everybody.
they're making it weird. Is it weird? Did it get weird? It got weird. They made it weird.
Goodbye.
All right. So if I put that there, then I need to do a couple things. I need to export for Signalum. I need to export silver ingots, copper dust, and redstone dust. I don't know if I can set export amounts. Also, I think that it is important for us to solve the redstone issue of redstone not being integrated in. And it looks like this is literally right here. So if I do boop and boop, if I get myself a mono, another set of monos, then I should be able to go through and do the thing. I'll need some outputs, possibly some inputs. And why not cables, just for good measure. So mono. They've gone from not being able to get us to make these to where now this is our shiny toy. We shall do everything in mononucleosis. I think it's there. Is it there? It's not there. Is it one down? No. First off, let's toast you there. All right, so that connected this here. And then if I put that there, and then I reconnect this guy here, all should be well. And there should be redstone. Oh, I don't have that set up yet, but nonetheless. There shall soon be redstone within the system. Item interface. There we go. And now redstone problems. No more problems. Redstone, good to go. Cool. So that solves the one. Then we need the copper, the crushed copper, and silver. Silver is an issue. We only have very limited of that. So I'm going to need to figure out where I can... I'm going to need to find another vein for silver and deal with that nonsensical nonsense. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Dirt. Do 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 do. Do do do. Crushed copper. How do I get crushed copper? Not crushed powdered copper? Copper powder. What is it? What does he want from me? What do you want from me? Signal. You want copper dust. My bad. Copper dust. It's made by crushing or pulverizing. Interesting.
We got ourselves Netherite generation.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, let's go. All right, so the final step is the automatic activation and extraction from the Hephaestus Forge. Yes. Oh, wait, no, we already have the extraction. It's the activation of it. So, all right.
All right. So we got to crush some copper and make that. I bet. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready, chat. I bet that there's a way for me to determine whether or not, or copper dust, like how much is in the system, and only export if it is a certain amount. Given the strength of integration dynamics, I bet that's a thing I could do. I don't know if that's the thing I want to do. You know? I don't know if that's something that I really feel like figuring out. Also, this is giving me the goofy crush, not the powdered crush. So that's not working too well. Copper dust is ingots through there. So I've got to convert all of this to ingots somehow. On an item export, export item amount doesn't really tell me whether that's like, okay, export the given amount of items for each tick. That's not what we want. Export items to any given slot. Export the given item. Export the given items. Export all items that match the given predicate. Export items that match given MBT. Export items if the Boolean is true. So I would set the item as the export item, and then I would set the conditional here. Ugh. What do I do with this crushed raw? Anything? Just smelt it? Just blast it? Just blast it into oblivion. In a way, it's almost cheaper, although obviously more cost on stress, but it's almost cheaper to just build multiple alternators than to try and get power from one spot to another with the ID cables. So, item... What would that be? An operator? An operator... Count? List count? Item count? I don't... The where I get stuck is getting, like, started on count the number of times a given element is found in the list. Like, item list count. Get the total item count of exactly the given item in a list. Item count. I don't know. It's... ID as a programming language is wackadoodles, and obviously I figured it out when I need to, but it's not so engaging that I want to jump in and make more programs with it, you know? Like, I'm impressed with the author of what he's done, but that doesn't mean that it's not a very clumsy way to have to go about doing things, if that makes sense. It might be just that we don't need that much signalum as well. That's also a potentiality here. So it was 1 to 3, right? So if I do, and then the other one, what was the other one in signalum? Redstone M4. So if I do... If I put some of this garbo back in, put all this away. You can have this. It's my gift to you. And then, so if I have 31, then I need a little bit more copper. Never mind, I've got this one. I don't need more copper. But yeah, before I go too much further, I want to make sure that there's a reason for doing anything for like that there's any point to all of this, you know? It might be that this is enough signalum for us to get by for the rest of time, at which point why bother, you know? There's 1, 2, 1 and 2. Okay, so there's our bits and bobs. Okay, I need an energy exporter. Need you. Okay. Then I needed like a Boolean that was just like true. Like, yes, I hooked you up for a reason. Do it. That's one of the sillier decisions I've seen them make in this. This little guy right here. Please do. Thank you. That gives me that. And so I do boop, boop, and boop. But eventually I'll need these guys to get added in, because this is going to do not enough. If 1 equals 1. If true, then. Or while true. It's always an interesting one. It's a while true statement, you know? Because true, obviously, literally isn't... I'm not... True not being a variable, but instead just while true. And the idea being that you... or even, you know, switch true, and then if... But you have yourself a case statement or a loop that is supposed to continue until you break out of it. Seems like not quite the right way to go about it, but also sometimes. So, I mean, that was one of those, like, not necessarily best practice, but easiest practice, I guess is the best way to describe that. All right, so this is doing things, and I've got Signalum now, and Signalum's kind of what I needed, so great. For crafting, this is a... What kind of terminal is this? This is just a storage terminal, which is a display panel, which I've made a half dozen of. Integrated. Boop, boop. And then one of those screens. Nope. Displays. Nope. It is a static light panel. Ha! Why didn't I think of that? My silliest static light panel. Display, and then terminal, and then down here. And boom. Okay. Let's calm your tits a little here. There we go. Now, cyclic, I hear you say for the first time. Still need the Signalum gears. But there's one, there's two. All right, Signalum gears, we got them. And then we need 4 silver and 2 Constantan, which I have, and then the redstone servo, which is right there. And so now we need smashies, or we need to smash these, and then we're good to go. I actually have smashies on me right here. So let's do that. Let's go here. This isn't necessarily, you know, ideal, but here we are. Was it 4 Constantan or 2? It was 2. And then I need 4 more silver. Hi-yo, silver. Going through that silver right now, like we were saying we would. And then I think this was 4. Thank you. This is cooking. There's more redstone for you. And there's more copper. And that should be everything for the cyclic. There we go. And now if I put this in here, I can put that there and I don't lose it all. I think I only need 1 really. Good. Okay, so that will continue now. And then I can add a couple oxes. I think, what were they? What were those called? God, I can't ever remember Thermal's update things. It's the flux capacitor amperage dongers. Right, here you go. Now this should be about as fast as that's going to get without adding bone meal. Can't pull power enough, so we're slurping that power juice faster than it's giving it, which... I don't know, if I set this to 1, does that up it? Does that give me uppies? It does. Okay, so that's one place where the power, or the changing the tick operator can be a pretty big...
All right, guys. Eternals are auto-generating. It's I need to do, if I can fit it in the very limited space, there is a change that I would like to make so it's better, but it's not critical.
You got Eternals going that fast?
Yeah, I mean, all I had to do is plug in the Netherite, and that's happening now.
Oh, I guess so.
What are Eternals?
The
Eternal
Stellas.
Stellas?
Oh,
Our
yeah.
system is full.
Shouldn't be? Question mark?
It won't let me put anything in it.
I am
It's not working.
putting
Can you put
stuff
anything
in
it?
the system. It
Oh,
says,
okay. It was weird. Now it's good.
it says
That's good.
435,000 out of 4.2
good for
million.
that.
Yeah, no,
Or a
it
billion?
did, but it just didn't want to accept things.
Sometimes these things are hard to accept. I understand.
But yeah, okay. That's good.
Item exporter. I don't know how many of these I really need, but you know, here we are anyway, right? Boop, 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 boop.
So the Eternal Stellas being good.
Export. We highly recommend not connecting these ID parts to these blocks as they are known to cause a lot of lag most of the time. Only keep it if you know what you're doing.
I think it is, actually. Yeah, chapter M4 is done, so maybe. I don't want to, hold on. Let me just conquer this thing and make it real pretty. And then
Okay.
I'll say we've done it. I'm not satisfied yet.
I suspect his version of pretty is different than most people's, but I could be wrong as well, and he could be making it absolutely beautiful.
Okay,
and I shouldn't
so-
presume.
Here's how has it done more? Hey, it did do another, and it's going now. So here's what I'm thinking, right? We already have that. We can set it to the same frequency. Oh, sorry, I meant to mute. I'm just blabbering gibberish.
No, I like to hear.
I'm just trying to make it so the hammer isn't always smacking the thing, because if I have the gavel, if it's always smacking the forge to start the ritual, it consumes the essences before it's necessarily like ready for the next, and it just resets it back to 0, so it takes extra time for it to generate essences again. And it delays the next one getting made. Not sure if that actually made any sense, but we can make it better.
By making sure it doesn't smack the forges.
Yeah, by making sure to tie the smack into when the ritual is like ready to go the next time. You know.
Okay, cool. That's importing. That's working. Technically, we can remove this guy. And then this would be exporting the blue orchids. Same item. And this has a downgrade on it, right? And then let's remove this real quick while we're still here. Insane. Whoa, okay. Yeah, this isn't gonna... I don't know that we... I mean, I don't know how many we need, but this doesn't seem like it's gonna be that big of a problem. You know what I mean? I want to lock this. Probably? Maybe? Sort of? I don't know. I don't know what I'm automating and what is just temporary at the moment. Therein lieth the confusion. Am I automating it or am I not? So for the moment, let's automate it and have it just kind of auto running, and then if we get a point where we're like, okay, this is way too many, then cool, we'll stop. You know, that's what we'll do. So, but for the moment, we're doing a list with an item of that plus an item of that. And then we do an item importer with the cable. And we import items from the list. There we go. Apparently that's a thing. Export items, that's there. So now if I add this back in, things magic. So now we are grinding up and getting light blue dye in the system automatically, right? That should just be happening. Yes. Good. And along the way, we're also getting some of that gray dye. Now we need to combine and craft the dye and paper together. Mechanical crafter. We don't have any spares, so that's just a brass and a crafting table. There's a crafting table. I should already have a brass in my inventory. There we go. And brass, craft, boom. All right, because it's only a 2-item recipe, so that's plenty already. Now we set this guy here. I am not building to aesthetic at the moment, so I apologize if you're disappointed in everything. But that's not what I'm focusing on. ATM. Let's get ourselves another drawer. Always another drawer, another downgrade. I really just don't feel like I need to keep 18 billion of these, right? Of all the different things, and that's why I'm keeping the downgrades down low. Then this should be a paper and light dye situation. I know I picked it up. Did it not pick? Okay, there it is. So that there, and that there. Those do the thing, and then I have the item, okay? And I want this to be downgraded. I want it to be locked. And I want it to be accessible. So I need to get that there, that there. And we got to do a stupid little jaunt over here. And we'll have 2 item exports and an item.
We're good. We're
interface.
good. We're golden.
There's the interface.
So where's the beautification?
I mean, I can show you what has been done if you are interested.
I'm up.
There's the 2 item exports.
All right. So, basically,
1 and 2.
So I tied the ancient debris into our, regular system.
And
so the ancient debris that we have coming in from the Nether goes into here.
Interface
The one thing
got
that I
consumed.
do need to do is I do need to have an export for the rich slag into like a trash can or a voiding drawer. But anyway, smelts up there. Scrap goes into the mixer, and then it outputs the netherite. The netherite then goes and monodirectionals into the drawer over here, where it's put into this hopper. And then I think I showed you the whole system as to how everything was getting put in, right?
Yeah.
Before. The only difference is that the same system that's used in order to let the hopper dispense the next netherite, I tied into the deployer that's doing the hammer. So same time the netherite goes in, the hammer only runs rather than just... It was working if I just had it perpetually running.
Just a lot slower, right?
Yeah, because it would like use up the Oriole and then I'd have to wait for the Oriole to go up to the threshold again. So, yeah.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
No, it's got to be more efficient. Whew. Okay.
All right. Well, mark those.
Oh, yeah.
Mark those off. Let's get that done.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So that's producing there.
Done good.
And now back at the main area.
How do I make it?
We should be getting those.
How do I make it know
right
that I did it?
here?
I'm holding a Stella. How do I get it to work? Oh, you need to be holding all 3 in your inventory at once, I guess.
So, PCBs are automatically crafting.
You need.
We
to
didn't
hold
finish
an
this portion.
X-petrified,
I'm bad at that.
Netherite,
But
and a
I need to
Stellarite,
hold
I
a
guess, or
schematic.
something like
there
that.
we go.
Assuming that wasn't
And
I did not do an empty schematic. Oh, you need to hold the forge in your hand?
I did.
I don't want to break the forge. I can't do that.
This should be done, though.
Time to make a new one.
Why is this not showing green?
Do that either. You know.
Why is this not green? This should be done.
This is a job for. No, please don't do it. I don't want to mess things up. This is a job for in between episodes, don't you think?
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's.
I mean, we
precisely
can
what
make this the episode, and then the what would follow the in between.
Well, it's just that I have an idea as to how we would be able to tackle this in between episodes. That's very efficient as a way to do it. You know, like yeah, exactly. Off-camera
Did it
mining.
get dark in here all of a sudden? Dean, can you see?
Yeah, God, I can't see anything. My eyes, they're not working. Oh, that's weird. Oh God.
We'll turn the lights on.
Did we complete? No. Oh, still just.
Jordan, you seem to be the only one with light. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm able to see. Wait.
Oh, hey, you can see.
It's
Yeah, that's.
really dark.
Wow, it's still really dark in here.
Why is
oh,
this
God.
not done?
It's so weird how.
Oh, I
so
found the light
confused.
switch. Let me get to it real quick.
This shows it's done.
There we go.
Whoa! Yeah, I just turned my eyes back on, and look at that. Would you look at that? That's so cool.
This shows it's done.
Oh yeah, I might have accidentally broke your forge while the lights were off. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It seems to still be working, so you're forgiven.
Look
All
at
right,
these
I
rewards we
just
can
need
get.
to do that, and then a drawer.
Oh, so I'll get failed PCBs that I gotta.
Good.
Hold a blueprint.
Why
Okay.
is the chapter not greened out?
Because you have to hit the check mark, I think, don't you?
Why is this max of 1? What the? Oh, I guess these don't stack. That's wacky doodles.
It's already hit. Where's the check mark?
That's
Is orange. Okay, cool.
that's a whole thing. All right. Well, I don't need to downgrade that.
Let me see. So there's that, and then M4 is.
Nice blueprints.
No, it's there. It's done. Looks good to me.
Oh, it just wasn't greened out on the tab.
Oh.
So
Maybe
now-
because maybe these only green out once you finally tie them into like that last step or
I
something.
need to create a PCB assembly package, which is then how I get an empty PCB.
Well, Zine, all that's left is for us to do whatever you want us to.
Okay. I need someone to generate sandpaper, red sandpaper, and diamond sandpaper and complete that. And then someone can split off and do the failed PCB wing and correct on that. Someone could finish up the crystallizer with the corundums, the white and the blue, to create blue dye and white dye and bone meal. Or not bone meal, and the blue dye and white dye, and finish that. And then... so those are all kind of separate wings that are just things to work on to complete. The failed PCB one we'll need to work on. The corundum stuff I don't know that we'll need long term, but we still need to go through the steps to make it happy. Past that, I gotta do liquid green dye bucket, and then I start down the ladder. I am approaching.
Okay.
I am approaching the ladder at the top. I've reached the top, and now I wish to throw myself off of it.
Is this something that you want to perhaps push until the next
Oh,
episode?
yeah. You know, none of this is
Oh,
like
okay.
immediate. I'm just. You were like, you know, this is what I need. I was like, okay, here's what you can do. You know.
Okay. I mean that is we are here to serve.
Well,
Here.
I mean, that seems extreme, but nonetheless, I appreciate the help. And also, the other thing you can do is, I'm not sure how close or where we're stuck, but you can start looking at what goes into applied energistics, and if you want to start figuring out how to build us that guy.
Oh, do we actually need an ME system?
Do we need or do we want?
I certainly know am more comfortable in how to do a lot of stuff with it, but you know that doesn't mean that by the time we finish it, we won't have needed it, not needed anymore. I don't know. I cannot say for certain.
An ME system or two.
I'm just saying those are all things that we could look into. And then what is it that's not done on Enigmatic? The chapter's not complete, so what are you missing?
That's what I was saying.
Wait,
There's no dopamine from the green.
It is done.
So something's hidden or unrevealed and needs more work.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I understand.
Oh, source bucket.
The source bucket.
Source bucket.
Yay! First try.
Good catch.
Okay.
Yay. It counts. All right, is that a satisfying conclusion?
I think that's a conclusion.
Cool.
Conclusion.
All right. Well, while you guys were doing all that, I did get redstone into the network, so that's now properly shown. I also have energy in the network, although, like I said, that's expensive to pull out. But it is available there. I got these production lines over across the way set up properly, so these guys are now outputting and building the circuits and the different bits and bobs that are needed up to the PCB. And then I grew some flowers. I chopped those flowers up into dye and melted some stuff, and that's been my day. I looked briefly at integrated dynamics and figuring out how to export items based off of conditionals of how many items do we have in our inventory, you know, and do it like
Okay.
And I said, nope, and then moved on. So, at any rate, we want to thank our sponsor, Apex Hosting, providing the server that we've been playing on. If you would like to play with your friends and write programs using Minecraft coding languages, or brute force things, or just have fun and you know, mod packs, adventure maps, vanilla, whatever it is, be sure to check out the link in our description. You can save 25% off your first month. You'll help support us in what we do. Appreciate that, and thank you to them for sponsoring. We do create these live. You can see this happen. Twitch.tv/CaptainSparkles, Twitch.tv/Pizza, Twitch.tv/Scene. Throw some follows and see all the extra content. And of course, finally, if you have enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a comment, letting us know what you enjoyed, hitting that like button. And if you haven't already, then subscribing, you know, telling a friend, buying a billboard, whatever it is you want to do. We appreciate the support. So thank you. And anything for you guys before we go?
I've never had anybody buy me a billboard before.
Not once.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool. That would be good support.
I can't believe Mr. Beast hasn't bought you a billboard. That's so sad.
He doesn't even
He doesn't know who I am.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right.
No, he definitely watches.
He watches. He's a watcher. So, anything
Okay.
for you?
No.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go think about the fact that Mr. Beast doesn't know who I am. Goodbye, guys.
How do you know?
Just sometimes you know.
Sometimes you know. Yeah. I think you can know without knowing. You know.
What if he really knows Pete though?
That'd be pretty cool.
I probably banned his alt account at some point. I'll think about it.
Oh no.
Hey guys, I'm the real Mr. Beast. Oh yeah, sure you are, buddy. Talk to you never. And then that's the end of that.
I feel like that was a predictable outcome if that's how that worked. What is this not doing properly? Certus quartz crystal we're out of. Well, that's just awkward.
All right, guys. Well, I will catch you all on Friday.
See you boys on Friday.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Service quartz crystal. Wasn't there a whole thing of a way to make this, to turn this into something? Furnace. Or just bulk blasting. Okay. Fair enough. Yes, and there's the cluster and that whole thing. Yes. But instead, I'll throw some of it in front of a hot fan. Excuse me. You guys know I hate it when my body starts yawning. It drives me nuts. What's up, Nick? How you doing? Once this finishes, I am going to use the bathroom and then see if I can get the VR setup going. You're doing fine? I'm happy to hear it. Everybody can be a bit of a dick. We all have a dick inside of us. Wait. We all have the ability to have a dick. No, that's not right either. Ah, yes, it's working. I just can't see it working because shit got weird over here. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna start seeing about yay old day Beat Saber. In the meantime, J Master, thank you for the 200 bits. Is the pipes mod in this? No. Hibby, thank you for the 23 months. Pudgy Boy, thank you for the follow. Five-Headed Dragon, thank you for the 14 months. Gonna run back a few hours to watch the entire thing. Have a good rest of the stream. All right, enjoy. Shander, thank you for the 58 months. And the drive-by hugs. Roseguard with the 59 months. I am Blank, thank you for coming over. Hope you had a good stream. Gray Rich Game, thank you for the follow. Weeping Angel, 47 months. Matthew Price, 49. Christina, M35 with the 17. Awesome Persona, thank you for the follow. Madad with the 30 months. Yeti with the 19. Ghost Bottle with the 37 months. Thank you. Daniel, thank you for the follow. Okay, now we're down where we've been before. Jacob, thank you for the follow. And then J Master, thank you for the 2 months. And Jokey, thank you for the 29 months. Hello. All right. I'm going to run to the bathroom, and then we'll start working. right. Speaking of these things, I have an appointment with an audiologist on Monday to have impressions of my ears taken so that the IEMs can get ordered properly. Sorry you feel like screaming, Uga. I also got the head for the wireless mic ordered, so that is on its way. I have no idea what happened to the replacement monitor. See if I can track that down. One thing that Throne needs to work on is separating out like making it clearer and easier to move between the two, viewing as a viewer and working with it as the account owner. It's kind of very strange moving between those two in how they have it set up. Okay, there. Shipped. Shipped on the 25th. How do I find my shipping tracking? Is what I would like to know. Track item. Seems like a good place to start. Yippee! So it's expected February 2nd. So, a couple days. It's in Nashua right now. All right, well, at least it's on its way, right? So we got that going for us, which is nice. If you are on the YouTube side, this is where we come to an end. If you want to join us on the Twitch side, we'd love to have you. But I cannot continue the YouTube side with Beat Saber. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. And this is goodbye. Good night. I hope to see you next time. And otherwise, hop on over to the Twitch side and keep the party going. So thank you guys. Bye bye.